Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Turles, Big Daddy. This guy, chat, I think is this guy is crazy. I think this guy is effing crazy, dude. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Wait. I gotta remember to do this every time. I don't remember to do this every time. You know what we have to do before we awaken this guy? We gotta make sure he doesn't have any different links, right? Let's see. Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Boss, Search for Conquest, of the Universe, Team Turles. Yep. Okay, so we're all good there. Then he gets Fierce Battle, and then he gets Legendary Power added onto it. Okay, so we don't have to worry. Yeah, sometimes they got some little loosey links there that might, you know, we gotta be careful. All right, so here's how I'm going to handle this. Oh, wait, let's grab our copy of Turles quickly. Overall, I would say that the summons ended up really not being too bad tonight. I think it was 3,300 or 3,400, something like that. Honestly, I'll take that every time. So that's good. That is definitely, guys, a huge relief. What I'm going to do with this showcase... So, a lot of times people are like, oh my god, you gotta go do the wait, yeah, we just awaken. Yeah, we're gonna awaken. They're like, oh my god, you gotta go do the serious and get the equips, and you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Listen, as soon as I can clear my box out, my intention is to head straight in the 55% showcase. My plan is, I might try and get a little bit of exercise in, and then I'm gonna go right into the rainbow video for Turles. I'm not going to do like the seriously serious stages and all that. Like, no way. We're getting the showcases done, and then we'll worry about everything else. People have been mad about the 55% videos, but I am hesitant to use my resources, link skill orbs and keys and stuff, to just blow the character out to link level 10, doing these right after the banner. I'm gonna go in, we're gonna do one run, which is just gonna be raw, like always. Like, literally, just first time we awaken him, we're hopping into a run with Metal Cooler's team. Then, on our second run, I might buff Big Bad Bosses up to level 10 just so that it could do something. Because remember, the difference between Big Bad Bosses at link level 1 versus 10 is not the same as other links. Because, like, Thirst for Conquest and let's pull these two up. These are his two most important links anyway. Thirst for Conquest at link level 1 is still giving him 15% attack. It's just at link level 10, he's also getting 10% defense, which is massive, right? Big Bad Bosses is not even active most of the time if it's not at link level 10. So it's just not really that similar. So what I'm going to do is we're going to jump in, just, again, raw run, and then maybe on a second run, we'll give him Big Bad Bosses. Maybe I'll just give him like a bronze defense equip or something, but it's just how it is, that there's a big gap, especially with God equips, between kind of like these start videos and then what the character looks like maxed out. It just kind of is what it is. So, all right. Oh, by the way, this of course is the 55% video. It was very funny in the summons. I pulled copy number 5 and 6 back to back, like literally like in the multi. Like, it's like, all right, we got him done, and then the very next unit was Turles again after I didn't need him. It's like, all right, well, not shocking there. So, all right, let's test out LR Turles 55%.
君が新生児の身を育てるのにもってこいの星だったと。
All right, guys, here we go. Ella Turles. Now, obviously, you know, we're running him 50% or 55%, so it's like we're not going to be at full power. Let's see what these stats are looking like. I mean, remember, so we'll get him next to Metal Cooler. So remember, we're going to be a lot lower than what he could be. One of the huge things with LR Turles, right, which is going to be massive, especially when we got him link level 10, we got him rainbowed, we got the God equips on him. Don't forget, he's getting that 300% defense when receiving an attack. We have the massive amounts of damage reduction, and then don't forget how powerful he's going to be once we're able to pop his domain. We could do his domain, by the way. It's either if our HP falls below 50%, or on Turles' second turn. That's what third turn from character's entry turn is. It's his second. I don't know why they don't just word it that way. On his second appearance. No matter what, it's his second appearance is what this condition is. And then this is not something we're ever going to feel, right? Full Terrifying Conqueror characters are essentially what we're going to be running this guy with. The only other, like, differing type characters I feel like we'd run Turles with, compared to kind of like, you know, Metal Cooler and Goma and shit, would be like the Saiyan Saga Saiyans. But, like, they're still Terrifying Conqueror and Space Shoving Warrior as well, right? So, how do I want to do this? I guess, I could see where, like, one of these characters now, Deborah or Goma, does kind of become redundant. So, Deborah, I mean, certainly a physical Turles can be very powerful, like a nice support. I could see how we could take Goma off the team, leave, or, excuse me, I'm misspeaking, Deborah. We could take Deborah off the team and leave Goma, because Goma is, you know, Big Bad Boss's Thirst for Conquest type character, right? So we, of course, want him with that strong core link set. Metal Cooler's got Big Bad Boss's Thirst for Conquest. Final Form Cooler's got, a lot of these guys got that, right? So Goma is who we'd want to leave on the team over Deborah. Remember, both Goma and Deborah are just on a 170%. I'm going to just let Metal Cooler just sit in slot 1 for now so we can get him fully built up. And then we'll see how things are going to go. I'm going to go with the STR Orb. That's usually the way I prefer to play with Metal Cooler, really making sure that the rest of the characters are able to hold up. We can hit this, and let's see how Turles Chan is going to do. I'll hit this right there. Goma's going to get his giant form triggered. We should be looking good. And then remember, next turn, we're going to be doing quite a bit more power. Turles, so as long as we can get Turles key his first turn, by the way, he's going to be looking real good. Because, like, before we fire this off, I just want to point this out for Turles, right? For every super attack done with 18 key, and then for every super attack done with 24 key. So we're going to get 6 key permanently by turn 1 supering with 24 key, right? So then he probably shouldn't be too much of an issue for him after that. I don't think so. Especially on this Terrifying Conqueror team. For the most part, we're not really going to struggle with key or anything. Although we are going to want to probably play around Metal Cooler. 45? At Link level 1, nothing? He starts at 45. Yeah, Turles is ridiculous, dude. When we have this guy maxed out, he's going to look like a hard top 5 character in the game. And sure enough, in-game, his animations don't look really shitty to me. Right? Like, those animations didn't look like, oh my god, it's so jolting. So jarring. I didn't really see that. Huh, okay. Alright, well, we'll come back next turn. Yeah, here, this is good. We can run Final Form Cooler in slot 3 right here. Remember, this is going to give us massive, well, it's not really massive, but this is going to give us the 3-turn support for movie boss characters. We'll come back on turn 4, and are we ready to pop the domain? Maybe we should wait until turn 6 to do the domain. A little bit deeper against Super Saiyan Goku probably will be smarter. Wait, let me come back. I wasn't really paying attention, just in case God Goku Super's here, does he? No, okay. We did really good damage on this turn here. Okay, so now we have access to Turles' active. This can give us our domain. We also have access to Metal Cooler's active here. Okay, so remember, God Goku gets stronger every turn. I do want to play with him a little less reckless. Like, when we're maxed out, I think, like, we're going to be able to just have Turles right here, just sitting in slot 1, tanking everything, dominating, and just looking very impressive, right? I mean, he's going to have the extra damage reduction. Don't forget to, this is my fault, I guess, for not really talking about this enough. Yeah, damn. A lot of times when doing showcases, right, like, besides like an actual mistake or something like that, I do feel like a lot of times I'm not calling out the powerful support that Turles gives as much as I should. We still have this turn and next turn, though, where Turles is giving this massive support right here. The only thing that's very unfortunate is this Terrifying Conqueror and Planetary Destruction. I mean, that's not hitting many characters. And just as I was streaming, a lot of people noticed and were mentioning it, but we're really shafted by Metal Cooler not being on the Planetary Destruction category, right? Now, Final Form Cooler is Terrifying Conqueror and Planetary Destruction. So too would be like AGL Golden Frieza, but I mean, the Golden Friezas, I was dying to get off the team. I feel like the Golden Friezas don't really provide much. I mean, TEQ Golden Frieza, if he doesn't get killed early, we do have the ability to use like his active skill plus Gogeta's 100% dodge, right? So we do have the ability to do some stuff with him, but AGL Golden Frieza does nothing for the team, right? So we have that. Remember, Turles, you know, he's got his guard. Turles is a pretty like, he's what I think Dokkan Twitter, maybe a lot in the community, would consider like a boring character. But I've said this many times. I mean, boring is usually good, because boring is just guard, high damage reduction, high attack stats, good links. Like, I don't, like, there's not really a weakness to Turles unless our HP is under 50. This would be our only weakness, is if we're under 50% HP and Turles is not guarding. I don't really think he has any other weakness besides that. He's just like they just like they went down the Jiren pathing for this guy's design. So I think I'm gonna wait. Metal Cooler is of course not in any danger here, right? Now remember, guys, Metal Cooler was buffed, by the way. I did do a video going over this earlier. And I guess I'll just quickly clarify again what the buff is. Yeah, damn, 44k, so people were very interested in that, right? Metal Cooler with this big buff. The buff for Metal Cooler, it is this ability right here. Here's how the buff works. Previously, this would only be activated by one Metal Cooler. Like, the way the game worked, only one Metal Cooler could have this up at a time. Now, both Metal Coolers have this up at the same time. And this is support that is up the entire time. Right? Like, literally the whole fight, this is just up. So, cooler characters are massively buffed. This doesn't really interact so much with Turles, but it's just the team overall is much stronger. And TEQ Metal Cooler is definitively, I would just say, a top 5 level character. I don't know if I'm, like, I've seen some people say Metal Cooler is the best unit in the game. I don't think that's not like an absurd take. I don't think I'm all the way there yet, but I mean, Metal Cooler is the best TUR, I think, most definitely. I mean, I really felt all he needed was just some stronger partners, and I was going to have Metal Cooler as the #1 TUR, but then he got a straight up fucking buff, too. So Metal Cooler is ridiculous, right? Alright, I'm not gonna play Reckless here with Turles and put him in slot 1. Because remember, once we would get the domain up, we get huge buffs. Although, maybe I should just do it now. Because next turn, turn 5, we could do Deborah's active or Goma's active. And then we just have 50 turns in a row of greatness, right? I guess maybe I will pop up the domain right now. The only thing is, if I do the domain, I can't get an STR orb for Metal Cooler, unfortunately. So here's what Turles' key is at. This is after 124 key super. If we do one more, we'll get another permanent 6 key. I guess I will do the domain now. That way we will have the domain buff active for when we're fighting Super Saiyan Goku next turn. And remember, like, as long as we don't die in this turn, we have essentially a 0% chance to lose unless I play like an idiot, is how I would say this. So I guess let's go ahead and toss up Turles' domain right here, his Tree of Might. This is going to give him a huge bit of extra damage reduction as well. So we'll see how this is going to go for Turles here. Alright, kids. So now we have Turles' Tree of Might domain up. So this gives space-traveling warriors or terrifying conqueror character, enemies, and allies 15% attack and defense. Do not underestimate the power of these Dokkan fields, these domains. These are insanity. It's such a buff. And then another 10% attack and defense for characters on planetary destruction. Now, I believe the only characters that's hitting on our team here is Turles and Final Form Cooler. But it's just a massive amount of stats we're getting. Just true, like look, dude, look at fucking Metal Cooler right now, man. Like, it's ridiculous what Metal Cooler's stats are looking like. And then also, superclass enemies and allies will take extra damage. The only superclass character we might be running here would be Beerus. Int Beerus, who is also one of the strongest TURs in the game, right? So there's that. And then while the domain is up, Turles is now getting an extra 2 key per key sphere, 5% HP per key sphere, a huge amount of attack and crit, and then a huge amount of extra damage reduction. So I'm not really... God Goku hits pretty hard, but I think Turles is probably too strong anyway. Yeah, I do have to give him this. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give useful orbs to Metal Cooler. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I really prefer to give Metal Cooler STR orbs. That's just my preferred way to play with this guy, but it is what it is. All right, so let's see how Turles does. Maybe Turles could get killed right here. Maybe. But I feel like with the domain up, we're probably fine. But God Goku does hit... We're turn 4, so God Goku has got power here. All right, let's see. Does this just blow us up? If we're Link level 10, God equips his double digits, for sure. I mean, he does do 600k. All right. So now here's 79 million for Turles. This is Link level 1, 55%. He's 80 million right there. Look at this, dude. He did take some damage, but that's just a matter of being 55%. That is a fairly powerful super attack. I mean, that's over 10 million, right? Like, well over 10 million. All right, so Turles does get a... Well, he only gets 30% defense from the supers. Maybe we do just die here on the second super. No, it's at double digits. Damn. And that could have been even better, too, had we done, the thing. If we had a STR orb with Metal Cooler. So, let me just examine that. So, the difference in Turles taking damage, that was strictly just because of his super attack effects. Yeah. The 30% twice. So, 30% went from Turles taking 600k to double digits. So, I just look at that and think of all the million times I've been like, oh my god, this character doesn't get defense on his super attack effect. And then they yell at me and they go, oh my god, you're whining over nothing. Well, doesn't look like it, huh? That's what 30% defensive buffs did. Alright, now, funny enough, our HP currently, where it's at, we are, in danger of Never mind. I was going to say Turles' only weakness being under 50% HP, so we don't have his guard, but never mind. Perfect. All right. Which ass fucking ability should we hit Goku with? What do you guys... What should we do? Actually, a crit boss could slap Dabur up a little bit, huh? I think we'll probably go Goma. I'll just use Goma right here. Fuck it. So remember, we have the domain up, which is buffing our whole team, by the way. Let's go. So we won. I could probably almost even just skip to the end, basically. Because now we have Goma active. We have 2 Metal Cooler reinforcement modes. And we have Dabur is active. It's just, like, there's just no... there's no ability for Goku to do anything. Like, we've won. It's just like, this team is really crazy. Don't be scared to run Goma and Dabur on this team. I mean, if you've got Goma, I can't imagine people not running Goma if you've got him. But, alright, here, we'll skip through the rest of this Goma giant form. There's Goku's super attacks wasted. Alright, we're coming back here. Yeah, so I'll probably just float Goma at this point. We probably just hit it just like this, sure. All right, so we'll hit this. We'll get our support for Metal Cooler, my favorite. That's how I love playing with this kid. Hell yeah, dude. The stats. Damn, this team. Oh, damn, that does suck, though. That Goma's going to be at the 18 key, because I would like Goma. Remember, Goma's 12 key super is ridiculously powerful, right? I guess maybe here's how we could lose. Maybe Goku dodges everything. Like, Goku just dodges, like, every attack. That could be it. Alright, so... member, okay. It is important for me to show all this. By the way, Metal Cooler, god damn dude. Considering he's got so many attacks in. But I do just want to make sure to show all this, because remember, we do have not only Turles' Tree of Might domain up, but this is the last turn where we're getting this buff as well, too, right? So it's like Turles... like, Turles' impact is... he is a broken character, man. They gave Turles a lot of support, considering he's going down, like, the Beast Gohan skill tree or some shit, right? Like, they really gave Turles love, dude. Okay, good dodge, good dodge. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, so, Alright, so now we're going to go into our next turn. Again, we still have one more turn of the Tree of Might domain up. And then we could continue just ravaging with all this damage. Oh, okay. Now we go into Metal Cooler reinforcement mode. Yep. Alright, I will probably also try and skip through this a little bit here. I think so. We'll skip through this a little bit in a second. We'll hit this. Alright, so now Metal Cooler will give us 2, 3, or 4 turns of ass pounding on Super Saiyan Goku. So here's Super Saiyan Goku wasting his super attacks. By wasting the super attacks, he can't kill us. Alright? And remember, don't forget that Turles is still giving us the massive support. So, alright, I will come back once Metal Cooler's done with his reinforcement mode. Hopefully he gives us like a nice 4-turn reinforce. If he does, I'll come back for the 4th turn. Alright guys, this is turn 3. Do we get a 4th turn? Turn 4! Nah, damn. Okay, alright, so we're definitely going to be looking pretty good. We did already waste this kid's super attacks, so I can't imagine Turles is in any danger. We could just put him right here. Yeah, this is perfect, too, so we could do my favorite with my beloved angel right here. STR orbs for the beautiful support. So we are cooking very heavily. Final Form Cooler might actually look kind of good on this turn, too. I'm going to hit this. Just want to open up the easiest path towards STR orbs for Metal Cooler. Definitely just my preferred way to play. Is just STR orbs Metal Cooler. Especially because this is a Turles showcase, so I want Turles buffed by Metal Cooler. Alright, 65 million he gets to right here, okay. We saw how good his key was in this turn. That was after we already built it up. Yep, the crits, the damage. Dude, Turles, he's really good. It's just simple. He's just really good. Even at 55%, like, we're able to just be fucking around in here. Now, Metal Cooler, of course, is helping things a lot. There's a lot of characters that support. Final Form Cooler is... I mean, now with Metal Cooler buffed and Turles' domain around, Final Form Cooler is definitely going to be a little underrated. I think that's for damn sure. Final Form Cooler, I already felt like was making this team stronger. And now Turles really brings it together even more. It's crazy that we're probably getting at least 3 more options for this team. Physical Turles, and then his 2 banner units. Amand and Raisin, and Diaz and Cacao. I think that the chances at those 3 EZA next week are very high. Very high. Alright, so here's Physical Cooler 51. Yeah, so the reason we said, wow, his damage looks kind of low, is because this is what they had in mind. That we're using fucking Cooler along with Turles and all the Metal Coolers, too. Look how much better this guy looks, dude. Yeah, so this is Turles and Metal Cooler making this happen. Look at him. Like, this is a lot better. This guy's a lot better than people realize right now. And that's because of Metal Cooler and Turles. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I mean, these characters are just too good. These videos are going to be jokes, right? We're just laughing at the boss. Maybe I could try next run, God Goku. Maybe you'll get us to actually try harder. All right, now the fight's over, by the way. See ya, cunt. All right, well, I guess I'll just bring us back once Goku's dead. Not really much of a chance for us to lose at all, right? Like, it's... Yeah. So, yeah. LR Turles, I mean, it's obvious how good he is already, right? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's obvious how good he is. He supports a lot, considering how hard he hits and how strong he is defensively, right? Again, I would say it's almost it's a little bit down like the Beast Gohan skill tree, but it's like Turles has more offense and less defense than like Beast Gohan. But I feel like we could play Turles, especially once we max him out, a little bit similarly to that. All right, I think so. We'll do probably a second run. I think I will just get Big Bad Bosses, the Link level 10 for the second run. Maybe I could just put like some dude, the kids cry about equips on the character, so I don't know. Maybe we could throw like some equip on him or something like that. Give him a little bit more stats. I mean, I could at least throw on some of the crappy like new Whis event equips that give stats, but like aren't like yeah. That's probably what I'll do. That's probably what I'll do. All right, we'll I do just want to get the kind of like the screen at the end, but we're chilling. All right, guys, just an absolute joke, man. Damn, I can't believe they made Turles this good. I feel like Turles is really crazy. What can we just quickly? I don't want to undersell. So again, vaguely, God Goku is well over 10 million. That Turles 8 slot 0, 55%. Like not really, right? Like let me take a look here. Yeah, because it's God Goku had the full 200% up. So what was that? Like a 12? That was like a 12, 13 million super type shit? Like something around there? Or even higher. Bro, Turles is crazy. Yeah, that's even higher than 13, isn't it? Turles, man. I don't know. Turles might be pretty good. All right, anyway. Let me just, we'll just give him a little bit of juice now, and then I'm not sure where we'll go. Maybe we fight like Bio Broly or something, or Vegeta. Vegeta could be a good one. One of these other fights, but I think like that, I feel like was really good for Turles. The only thing is maybe I didn't do a good enough job calling out, how powerful Turles' support was, right? This right here. Huge. I think once we got the domain up, I was like, yep, don't forget about this bad boy right here. But Turles is nuts, dude. All right, guys, I'll just do something like this. We'll just give him a little bit of extra stats. I'm not going to give him a gold equip, because obviously in order to give a gold equip, the character has to have multiple dupes, and the whole point of the video is 55%. I gave him one of these silver ones. This is one of the new Whis equips, but these are the ones that drop like candy. I have literally hundreds of these. This is not even really that big of a deal. And then just gave him like a level 6 bronze defense right there. And then, again, I just got him up to Big Bad Bosses level 10. If you have a problem with how... Whoops, here, let's do this. If you have a problem with how we're going to do this for the second half of the 55% video, I do love you. Thank you for watching, but I don't care. Okay? I am trying to... like preserve my resources while also adhering to a little bit more of what people want. I mean, we did completely raw run Turles. I thought was incredible at 55% Link level 1. Now let's just buff him slightly and let's do a second run right here. But I think Turles is incredible, a top 5 level character in the game. All right, gamers, let's dominate. Let's get another dub in. All right, now, I mean, on this first rotation like this, I mean, we definitely got to get Metal Cooler in slot 1 right here, right? Have to. Because we got to get Metal Cooler targeted. And it just buffs us so much. Actually, if I hit this, will this connect the 3 TEQ orbs? Yes, it does. We are going to be shy at 24 ki, but that's okay. So we're only going to build up, remember, I actually like the way Turles is set up. I think that this design is fine. But remember, on this rotation, we're only going to be able to get this 3 ki. We're not going to get this 3 ki. Oh, actually, and we're going to be missing out on this. So it is very important to get that ki with Turles. Okay. So we'll keep this in mind. Maybe that this could be a little bit of a problem. Now, remember, in basically that entire last run, we saw the numbers Turles was putting up. That was without the best link in the game active, Big Bad Bosses. This guy at 100% is, I mean, it's gonna be comedy. It's gonna be comedy. These bosses are gonna hear the trumpets playing at all times, while Turles and Metal Cooler are on screen together. All right, so Metal Cooler gets built up a little bit. This will buff Final Form Cooler back there. If Vegeta supers us in slot 3, we're probably dead, actually. Maybe I should have thought about putting Turles back there. Maybe. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so that's below 24 ki. Look how low the damage is. This is with Big Bad Bosses up, too. But we do get a little bit of permanent ki activator right there. By the way, let me just say this. Turles' animations in-game do not look bad, man. Not to be Mr. Dokkan Dick Rider, but those do not look bad in-game to me. Hell no. People really be going frame by frame, like, the game is terrible! But, like, I think, like once they're actually in here, it's not too much of an issue. Okay. Wait, did Vegeta super? Bro, I don't know what it is with Final Form Cooler, too. I hit nothing but supers with this guy. It's crazy. Like, he supers so much. Oh, God. Okay, well, build your characters correctly, kids. Okay. Just make sure you're smart with your character builds, that's all. I guess we'll go Dabura in slot 1 right here. Because that'll allow us to do my favorite way to play. Yes. And that'll set up some orbs for Turles. That won't. This will. Alright, we get the counter, sure. I do want to show this because remember, Turles' support is up right now. Last time I wasn't really like calling to it as much as I should. This big support buff is up right now, right? The entire team is Terrifying Conquerors. So everyone is getting an additional 1 ki and 20% attack. And then Turles himself and Final Form Cooler are also getting this extra attack and ki as well. So yeah, I mean, this team is now just... I don't know if I do want to say, like, is it the best team in the game? Yeah, with Turles Rainbow and shit, probably so. Probably is better than, like, Realm of Gods and stuff, yeah. It's definitely up there. This Metal Cooler and Turles together are too strong. Like, they're too strong. Like, Cooler is so powerful, Metal Cooler. And then he has a fucking giant mode. The giant mode comes out of nowhere. Right? It's ridiculous, huh? Alright, King Cold's going to be good because he's going to attack break this attack back here. Remember, King Cold is also really good. Yeah, it turns out the game is pretty fun when every single character is good, actually. Okay. Do we just go right into the Tree of Might right here? We could. I mean, it's what we did last time. It worked out pretty well, right? Pop this. Oh, I do want, we haven't been targeted with Goma yet, though. I probably should have, turn 1, floated Dabura instead of Goma. Yeah, Goma has to get targeted, in order to get his giant mode. I don't know that it matters too much for us. Oh, shit. I guess I could just float Turles here. Nah, because you know what we want to do with Turles? Let's pop... We are going to be well shy of 24 ki, though, so I'm not going to. Damn, actually. If only I had those 4 TEQ orbs connected. What do we want to do? I guess I'll do this. This is fine. Then we got that. And then Goma will finish up. We'll pop the Tree of Might next turn. Next turn. Alright, double digits, lovely. Oh, also, another strong effect to mention is how much defense every one of these gives the entire team. It's a huge number, by the way. Hopefully Metal Cooler doesn't kill. Good, good. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. That way Turles can get his 24 key super off and get that extra 6 key. Maybe key at times could be a bit of an issue for Turles. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. 50 million he's at right here. Okay. And then the additional super will finish. Nice. Yeah, crazy. Just a crazy setup. Crazy setup. All right, so now we're at Vegeta. Remember that this guy can be pretty scary, but we do have a lot of special abilities to deal with this. You know, I think Dabura could be killed here if we got hit by Vegeta's super. Let's pop Metal Cooler's active here. Get the stat buff. This probably isn't something we want to do with Metal Cooler. Is he built up? Not all the way built up. He's mostly built up. I'm gonna do Dabura's active. I think that this is a moment where Dabura could be killed. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Nothing wrong with putting Dabura into a stressful situation here. Oh, but I do want to make sure... Yeah, I do want to make sure we have Final Form Cooler in slot 3 right there. Damn, I want the support too, but that's okay. We'll have plenty of Tech Orbs for Turles next turn. This Vegeta hits really hard, so I'll be interested to see how Turles does. Super Attack might kill Dabura right here. Let's see. We dodge it, okay. Yeah, Dabura doesn't usually choke for me. We've seen Dabura die a couple of times, but I usually don't play in such a manner to, like, hide Dabura. Dabura has given us a lot of fucking normals today, though, the prick. Come on, goat. Stop fucking around. Dabura. Oh, we got the hidden potential system additional super. Okay, we'll take that. Alright, okay. So, we still have Turles' support up here, by the way. Should mention that. So I guess we'll play out this turn. We'll pop the Tree of Might. But again, there's just no chance to even lose, really. Let me just quickly take a look at Turles. I guess I wasn't even really too much thinking of other teams. Am I going to be able to get this in the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, it's just Beerus and Metal Cooler's team. Yeah, again, if you want to get Turles, it's... I would only run Turles on Goma and Metal Cooler's teams. Maybe you could run Turles' own team, but Turles is meant to be a buff to this Terrifying Conqueror Metal Cooler setup, right? Like, that's the intention with him. And, I mean, he is exactly what this team wanted. So, we're good. Alright, and then remember, Final Form Cooler in slot 3, he's going to give some attack support. So we should be able to see Turles hit really hard next turn. Although, remember, this Vegeta is probably so buffed up at this point, he could probably kill Turles, I bet, this Vegeta. This Vegeta is a scary boss. So maybe it would probably be better to run, I mean, Turles has 55%. Probably be better to run him in slot. Dude, you see what I'm talking about with Cooler? I'm Mr., or at least I feel like I'm Mr. Unlucky when it comes to supers and shit. Oh, well, we have this, so there's no super attack for Vegeta. But, like, I usually feel like, oh, I'm Mr. Lucky when it comes to additional supers. But Final Form Cooler, I mean, he just goes super, 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 super. That's what happens, like, every turn with Final Form Cooler. I'm like, well, okay, I'll take it. I do want to remember to conserve some ki here for Turles once we leave the Giant Form. All right, well, I guess I'll come back. Let's see what Vegeta's damage looks like, actually. Let's see if he connects with us. how much damage Vegeta does. Remember, he is hitting a Metal Cooler's tech, so this is going to do even more. Oh, we dodged it, damn. All right, well, because I think Vegeta is hitting, like, really hard at this point. But, all right, we'll leave this. We'll pop the Triomite domain, and this fight's done, man. I mean, this team is just so powerful. These terrifying Conqueror characters are so crazy. We have Metal Cooler, Deborah, Goma, Turles. These are all top 5 level strength characters on this team. All 4 of them are. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. This team is insane. All right, guys, let's go ahead and drop Turles' Fruit of the Tree. Well, I guess, no, I mean, just drop in the Triomite, not really the Fruit of the Triomite. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Let's go. All right, so we get our massive domain buff up. Remember, not only is this buffing our stats, but it is making Vegeta take more damage too, which is really good. So, all right, I guess we could just maximize things by doing this. Remember, Vegeta is pretty powerful at this point, but, I mean, Turles is, well, there's a word for Turles. He's him. Maybe King Cold has trouble back there. Maybe. I think King Cold does have a little bit of a weakness. And that's, King Cold gets 100% defense when he's targeted by a super attack, right? But I feel like a lot of the times we're going to be running King Cold in slot 3. Wait, I was saying King Cold, right? But yeah, King Cold has a bit of a weakness. He has to get targeted by a super attack to get defense, but oftentimes we're going to be running King Cold in kind of this situation. So I do think there could be times where I think King Cold gets hit a little bit. All right, double digits. Let's see what this goes, how this looks. What's the damage number on this? 82. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, that boy's cooking. He's cooking. And then the monster support. Remember, this is 55%. He's not Rainbow Link level 10. He has so many additional stats to gain. So crazy, dude. Yeah, wow, this team, very impressive. Again, I guess if, yeah, Metal Cooler gets a bunch of normals here. Yup, normal. Okay, there's a good super. I was like, Metal Cooler, careful, man. Don't let Daddy get killed back there. Super to get the defense. And let's see how King Cold's looking here. I think, like, if King Cold... Oh, super? Nice. If King Cold doesn't get killed here, we're chilling. Yeah, for Metal Cooler, the only reason we'd want to go, like, additional for him, because I feel like we get the hidden potential system, like, almost every time. I think where additional would help Metal Cooler is just in the reinforcement mode, doing more damage. But I think in his regular base, it doesn't do much for him. Super? Nice. Nice, King Cold. Let's see. Okay. Double digits, nice. Okay, well, the fight's over. Hope you guys enjoy us winning casually while expending 0 effort. And we're winning, like, and the enemy doesn't even really have a chance to win at any point. Pretty good. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys at the end of Metal Cooler's rampage right here. See you guys in, like, 10 minutes or something like that. Well, Metal Cooler just supers. So again, if you wanted to give Metal Cooler additional, it's for this moment, right? Oh, the damage. What is this? 27 million, yeah. Type disadvantage, so it hits even harder. But yeah, Vegeta hits very hard at this point, but he can't really hit that hard when he's just going to super an immortal boss, a giant mode, or a rage mode, right? Easy peasy. All right, well, there we go. Didn't even get another turn of Turles, so... that's what 55% Turles looks like. We just jump in. He's massively, monstrously buffing the entire team. And then we just casually win easily with no effort, no energy expended. Terrifying Conquerors right now. I mean, it doesn't even need GDC Namek Frieza, dude. What is it going to look like when we do get GDC Namek Frieza? on this team. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Turles, dude. Ridiculous. He's a crazy character. Alright, guys. So there was LR Turles, 55%. That boy was cooking, man. This guy was nuts, dude. This is a strong character. This is a strong character, dude. He's strong. He's strong. Alright, so this is Supreme Tree of Might Turles. In terms of 220% teams, we only have 2, Metal Cooler Army and Int Beerus, but I mean, Metal Cooler's team is, with the introduction of Turles to the team and Metal Cooler, I mean, getting buffed via his passive, allowing both Metal Cooler's ability to be up at all times. The team is just, like, stunningly powerful, right? Leader skills, Space Traveling Warriors or low class warrior category key 200% of stats. Like, the team itself is not the best, but this is really like a best case scenario type thing, because look at Space Traveling Warrior leaders, right? Like, we did need like a stronger, better leader for Space Traveling Warriors, so I'm totally fine with that. And then look at low class warrior. It's the same thing. So I am very happy with the leader skills they gave to LR Turles, 100%. His passive skill, the Best Fruit. He'll activate his intro if there's a Space Traveling Warrior or Terrifying Conqueror ally on the team. And then for 1 turn, he gets 6 key and 10% damage reduction. And then he, for 4 turns, will give Space Traveling Warriors or Terrifying Conqueror allies 1 key, 20% attack. And then another additional 1 key and 30% attack for characters who are also on the Planetary Destruction category. And then that buff lasts for 4 turns, which is very powerful. Then he gets 250% attack and defense at the start of turn, and 50% crit and damage reduction. If HP is 50% or more, he guards. I would say the one area of weakness for Turles would be if we would enter the turn under 50% HP and he's not guarding. That would be where, like, his weakness. But if you're above 50% HP, this guy's a juggernaut, especially after we give him the defensive god build. Huh! We know how that's going to be, right? Then when receiving an attack, he gets an unbelievable 300% defense when receiving an attack. Then when attacking with 18 or more key, he gets 200% attack and a guaranteed additional super. For every super attack performed with 18 key, he gets permanent 3 key up to a max of 6. When attacking with 24 key, he gets 200% attack and 20% crit. And then for every super attack performed with 24 key, he gets permanent 3 key up to 6. So, like, maybe another area, like a second point of weakness, could be maybe key early on, could be potentially a struggle. You know, if you're able to get 24 key super turn 1, though, key will never be an issue for Turles, right? Because you get 24 key, and then he gets a permanent 6 key, and then with that permanent 6 key, it'll be easy to do it again, right? Key is just not going to be a problem. But maybe it could be that first turn, right? Then, when the Domain Tree of Might is active, Turles gets an additional 2 key per key sphere. He gets 5% HP regen per key sphere obtained, 200% attack and 30% crit when attacking, and then an extra 25% damage reduction when receiving an attack. Now, one thing to keep in mind, so he does heal, right? When the domain is up. He gets this healing right here. The thing you have to keep in mind, though, with this healing is that if you enter the turn without your guard up, you're not going to then be able to trigger guard by healing with this, right? Keep that in mind. Because this guard, this is a start of turn proc. Either you have it or you don't, right? As soon as, like, you know, the abilities show up, right? Like, wait, just let me just quickly pull up like a showcase here. So this is the point. Yeah, so there's our intros. So the point where it checks, if you're above 50% HP and the guard is going to happen, it's right there. It was. I was slow. There's got Goku. God damn it, I can't believe I missed that. I missed, hold on. It's this moment right here. Like, when you see the character, these are their passives, you know, start of turn abilities, kind of like bam. So you have to be above 50% HP at this moment, otherwise you're not going to have the guard, right? All right, so there's that. Just a ridiculous, like, it's, I don't know, like, to me, like, if you go back and look at, like, me talking about Turles, like, it's just, it was so obvious to me how broken this guy was. And then, you know, under Metal Cooler's umbrella and stuff like that. That's why, like, you know, very broken looking Turles. He's a monster truck. Like, dude, like, it's, you look at this kit combined with what the team already had, it was like, oh my god, like, they're about to give us something crazy. So Turles has his active skill, Seed of the Tree of Might. This is where he creates the domain. He can do this when HP is 50% or less, or there's another space traveling warrior or terrifying conqueror ally in the turn, starting from the third turn from character's entry turn. Again, remember, this right here, just no matter what, means his second appearance. I don't know why they don't just change their wording for these to say that. So, like, TEQ UI Goku can transform on his third appearance, right? TEQ Turles can do this on his second appearance. AGL 9th Anniversary Dragon Ball Super Broly can use his domain on his third appearance. I think it would be a much easier way for players to understand it than third turn from entry turn. Like, it's stupid. They should adjust this to just say from his second appearance. Boom. Very out, like, you know, everyone would, Iron Cane would understand it, right? So, the condition, remember, there's conditions, I've said this for many years, conditions you feel and conditions you don't feel. Turles is full of conditions you're not going to feel, right? That we will always be able to have this on a second turn, because you're always going to be running Turles with these types of characters, right? And this will create the Tree of Might for 3 turns. And then his Dokkan Field Tree of Might, Space Traveling Warrior or Terrifying Conqueror allies and enemies get 15% attack and defense, and then another 10% attack and defense for characters on Planetary Destruction, and then superclass enemies and allies take 10% extra damage as well. One thing that's unfortunate is Metal Cooler, unfortunately, is shafted badly. He is not a Planetary Destruction category character. To me, that is incorrect. He should be a Planetary Destruction character. That's the whole point of Metal Cooler. I'm sure someone could say, oh, well, we haven't seen Metal Cooler blow up a planet. Did we see Final Form Cooler blow up a planet? Remind me. Okay, exactly. Metal Cooler should be on Planetary Destruction. So, all right, so there's that. Then Turles' 12 key super attack is the Crushing Massacre. He gets 50% attack for 1 turn, 30% defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage to the enemy, and then greatly lowers enemy attack and defense. So he does have that debuff there, which is nice. Then his 18 key super attack, his ultra super attack, is the Kill Driver. He gets 100% attack for 1 turn and 30% defense for 1 turn, and does mega colossal damage to the enemy. 12 key multiplier, 150%, 24 key multiplier, 200%, normal levels. Then his Link set, Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Destroyer the Universe, Team Turles, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. He has an amazing Link set. You can ignore Team Turles and Destroyer the Universe. These 5 down here, this is an elite Link set that he's got. He actually did get shafted a little bit, because, like, Team Turles is a good example of a character. They're very close, except instead of the Team Turles Link, this character has Prepared for Battle, which would matter, by the way, because, like, the Saiyan Saga Saiyans are Prepared for Battle, and they're all over Terrifying Conqueror, Space Traveling Warriors, so that is a shame that Turles doesn't have Prepare for Battle. I guess that's kind of like a little bit of a flaw. They gave him this shitty Link, I guess, to work better with Diaz and Cacao and Amand and Raisin. Those, you know, ban units who are likely to EZA. Here, let me just quickly pull them. Oh, well, I guess I could quickly pull them up from this. These guys, I think, are likely to EZA next week, along with Physical Turles. I would say chances for that are very good, right? So, all right, and then here's his best Lincoln partners, and here, Turles, Cooler, Metal Cooler, Goma, Baby, Frieza, Bojack, right? Like, that's what we're always talking about this, that, like, this core of links, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, is super good. Super good. That's why Deborah, easily one of the strongest characters on the team, but he's certainly going to be one of the first characters I'm looking to remove, because Deborah's not rocking Big Bad Bosses, whereas a lot of these other, you know, Metal Cooler and Turles and stuff, they all are, right? Okay, so there's Turles' full kit. Last thing we want to look at with our Angel right here is, of course, his category teams. So Turles is on Space Traveling Warriors. Now, remember, Space Traveling Warriors has been a frequent category Dokkan has pushed for many years. They haven't really pushed it lately until now, potentially, but the team is looking really good with some of the recent buffs for any potential difficult missions or anything. Turles is also on the low-class warrior team. Always good to get a category like this, more buffs and a new leader. That's awesome. Because, I mean, look, this right here, this is 2023. This is May of 2023, right? This is April of 2024 down here. We don't get buffs for this category very often at all, right? Then, Turles is also on the movie boss category team here. And you guys know the movie boss rule. I've talked about this for many years as well. If it's been a little bit and we haven't done movie bosses stuff, you best believe we're about to do a lot of movie bosses stuff. It's like a golden rule, basically. They do not go long without dropping movie boss characters. That's Dokkan's favorite villains, movie bosses. Then Turles is also a pure Saiyan category character. Turles' restrictions, we could get away with using him on like a pure Saiyan setup. We would just need to pair him with like the Vegeta and Nappa right here, and we could probably get away with it if we really wanted to on like just like a raw pure Saiyan setup. Then he is also a terrifying conqueror category character. You know, very powerful category there. Well, I say very powerful, but it's like best team in the game or something. Then Turles is also in the final trump card category. That's great, because we never know, like, you know, final trump card villains, we've got some real options. Remember, Final Form Cooler is another one of those, so, you know, Full Power Freeze is on final trump card. Like, just villain final trump card does work super well. And then finally, Turles is a planetary destruction category character. So, there we go, guys. There is LR Turles at 55%. This guy is incredible. I think that this is a top 5 level character. Let me know what you guys think, but LR Turles is ridiculous.